pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Sorry for the delay, little IT issues. I think we got it figured out. We'll call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum. Take a motion to approve the agenda and the minutes.
So, second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Morning, Rich.
Morning. Couple of things for you here. We can go to Dan's request first, if you'd like. He had something about notifying the Sheriff's Department of road closures, and that stems from a couple different things in the last couple of weeks where the DOT had closed a road that we were unaware they were even going to close for their bridge overlay project on Highway 9. And I have since talked to the DOT about that and got things where they were even unaware that it was happening, at least that day. But even when they put their project together, they didn't realize that they were going to close our road at that time. And the reason they have to close it is because they're going to have a temporary barrier rail that goes beyond that intersection. And so there's no way to get access to there. So anyway, the other thing was last week,
We'll go in West Virginia.
Almost, or it was 410th, I think. It was on 410th, but it was by almost doing a tile project down there on the Bart's farm, and they had to go do a tile crossing. And I think the tile crossing took a little bit longer because when they started digging, they found an old box culvert bottom, and so they had to. But we didn't know they were closing the road, and most contractors are aware that they're supposed to let the Sheriff's Department know. I don't know what happened, why they didn't, but we were even unaware that they were doing it at that time anyway. So that seemed about right, Dan.
But if we got to get a fire truck or an ambulance out there, we redirect them. All they got to do is call our office so we can redirect that morning. You know, and I found both of these just out on patrol and come up on them, and why are they closed? So I mean, it just sounds like we're getting slid to the back burner there, and I'd hate to see a fire truck get caught out there and try to turn around in the middle of a gravel road.
I get it. I was unaware of both of those, so I guess it's once we found out about them, we go try to take care of it. But
Right.
yeah, so
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just have to be, I guess, with DOT especially.
and they were,
But then
they had there wasn't the DOT's traffic control that was part of a contract they had, so that was the contractor's traffic control that was setting it up, not the DOT. So I think they were a little bit surprised as to what was going on. That in fact, when it was closed, it wasn't supposed to be closed at that point in time in the project, but it got done anyway. And then to avoid any confusion, we just kept it closed. Sure. Yeah, I understand, Dan. I know that your situation is that if you had to send someone down there, they'd have to turn around. Fortunately, depending on which direction they would have to go, it wouldn't have been far. But if they came from the west, it would have been quite a ways to have to try to turn around. But we were unaware of it too, and so we'll just try to reiterate to our contractors that they need to notify when they're closing roads.
definitely.
So another thing we talked about last week was we're talking about tile and ditches and things like that. So what I did is I modified our utility permit. I think I emailed you guys a copy of what the changes were.
Yep.
If you guys are okay with that, we can go ahead and just kind of agree that that's what we're going to do from here on out. I don't think was there any changes that I made that you guys think could have been?
No, we gotta treat it just like a phone line, just like.
Well, and I know that that's getting to be that point now. So I mean, I think we'd be okay with doing it. I did change one thing and said road crossing shall be bored, but I don't think we need to board every road crossing we put in here, especially on the gravel road. That just adds expense to a lot of people. If we can open cut, we know that for a while it gets to be kind of a problem if you're not backfilling it properly, but over time they'll heal themselves, or we'll stay on top of those. But if that's the case, then we'll just kind of modify our permit application and go about that way, knowing that you guys are going to allow now any field tile in situations where, first of all, we still want people to stay within the private right of way, but in situations where it's not possible, then we'll let them come around.
So what is this inspection fee for a tile condo?
It's the same inspection fee. I figured we had an item for every other utility in the right of way. We've never charged for it. I mean, it's something that's always been in there. It's just kind of like, okay, well, we can if we have a problem. If we
No.
start seeing problems with utilities and things like that, and we have to go out and spend time to help them coordinate, then we have the right to charge.
Okay.
Doesn't say that we're going to. I don't think we've ever used it that I know of. So,
Recommend it out and look that over.
yeah. So from here, I'll email it to Joel. He can modify it on, he can put the new version on the application on the website.
Sure.
So we wanna, says for discussion and approval, so take a motion to approve the new utility permit.
Second.
Okay, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, motion will pass.
Will you put the revision date on it so we
It's
can
on the
keep track
bottom.
of it? Okay,
Yep,
cool.
I'll put them in the footer.
Thank you.
That way I can keep track of it.
Mhm.
So, and the next thing I have is an agreement between Worth County and Saragordo County. That's for our paving project south of Manly. We didn't, Jackie and I were both unable to find a 2080 agreement between Saragordo and Worth County, but Worth County or Saragordo County had a copy. However, we don't have anything that looks like it's been filed down at the state. So,
Really?
yeah, and the copies I got from Saragordo County didn't have any signatures on it either, but it's kind of an understanding that we split construction costs 50-50. So this took a little bit of time to get the stuff done. We're kind of got the cart way behind the horse on this one. The project's pretty much completed, but we need to get an agreement, and both the county engineer in Saragordo County and myself are understanding where we're at with it. So this is just kind of a formality as far as we both understand, but we still need to have an official document stating that here's our agreement between the two counties, because that's what the 2080 agreement says, that construction projects will be held by a separate agreement. Understanding and knowing that we have to do 50-50 on this. So I've got it. I emailed it to Jackie. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but I've got a cost breakdown of what we think that all the percentages are. They aren't final numbers, but they're pretty close because the project is almost complete. So we're pretty close, but if I can just have you guys, I sent this to Jeff, and he thought it looked okay. Some of the legal jargon is confusing, but at any rate, it basically says we're holding each other harmless and we're going to pay 50%.
We split the cost of that stretch of road.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
All right, I'll take a motion to approve the agreement between Worth County and Saragordo County for the county line paving project. South of Manly.
So moved.
I'll second it.
There's motion second. Any other discussion?
It's L-78, 73-98, right? The project number.
Okay. I'll do a roll call vote. Abrams,
Aye.
Smithy,
All right.
Stone, aye. The motion will carry.
so whenever you guys get available, you can just sign it, email it to me, whatever, and I can forward it to Saragordo County and they can do it. It'll probably be a little bit of time before they can process everything. But, and thanks, Jackie, for getting it out. I know that it didn't meet the deadline for that, but I got information late on Friday or Thursday. Well, I'm in Mitchell County on Thursday, so I was I got information back from Jeff on Thursday on the agreement, so I was trying to get in. If it didn't make it, it didn't make it, but I figured I know when I got it, it wasn't published yet, so I thought I'd try. Appreciate it, Jackie, for getting it on.
No, that's pretty good this way. Like I say, that engineer down there, Billings or whatever, he's pretty new, so he probably knew nothing. I mean, they haven't done a project together, so.
No, but he came from Cherokee County, I think. I mean, he'd been in for a while. He and I had been talking about it since last fall already, so.
All right, yeah, anything else for Rich? You got anything else?
Did you get a talking tile on the request up in Soviet Township from Helvison's for a road crossing?
I'll have to ask Russ.
I don't know if they're gonna, Ben and Todd, they're gonna do some tile.
I think.
They may have already
You
done
have a
it too. I
copy
don't
of
know.
the Saragordo,
Yeah,
was there?
thank you.
Okay.
I'll check with Russ and see. I know that the names come up. I'll have the office on files.
Yeah, that's fine. I just curious. Because of tile, I know I know the landowner and they want to know, so we'll just talk to Rich.
Yep, I'll see what they've got, and then the guys are still patching 105. They're hoping we can get all our patches done this week.
Good.
At least, like I said, we're getting the bad ones out of the way right now. I know there's a lot more out there, but we'll try to get them knocked out. It takes quite a bit of time here. Hopefully get one paved. We get one paved, and hopefully with the mix we're using, we can get it open here late this afternoon.
Good.
Do the next one tomorrow and kind of keep moving on it. In the meantime, we'll try to get the excavator back out on Vine and 105 soon.
Really?
I let them know too that this was coming.
Excellent.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna push it onto them then?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't see a reason that we need to
Right.
cover
Right.
it first of all. I mean,
Yeah,
they were the ones that were just damaging the road and.
Yep.
And so,
yeah, they should be responsible for it because they're the ones that have agreement to make sure our roads
Maintain
are passable and, yeah,
with
exactly.
their insurance.
If it was our neglect, because, you know, then it'd be a different story, but.
Right.
Well, I think so.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought he'd really on his way out anyway.
Okay.
So.
That, he, something
That
that,
driveway.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's,
Right.
what they did when they did the road, they kind of filled in the main part of the driveway. The radius is, there's a little bit of a drop off there.
Okay.
It won't take very much rock
Okay.
to finish that off. I mean,
They just need to get back and do it. They do.
yeah, I'm sure it's not on their high priority list right
Right.
now. And I know they've got a land manager out there that they want the residents to be talking to when there's issues, but we'll kind of help. Sure, solve problems too. And I mean, it's not gonna take a whole lot of rock and a skid loader to fix what's out there. I mean, it's a drop off. So when you pull in the yard, the main part where a tractor, say, would drive or a trailer wouldn't drop off the driveway, but there's just a little difference in elevation of the rock that it should have been spread a little bit wider in the driveway at the road. So
Sure.
That's like my driveway out after the highway's been put in.
yeah,
I got a good drop coming in. Huh?
you just need to put more air in your tires.
Sure. So what's going on with
A little rock, a little half a little rock there would help find that radius out a little bit.
you? Just not talking to the right people.
That's all I've got for you.
Okay.
All right. You guys have a good week.
We
You
got,
too.
thanks.
Thank you.
Any drainage? No, no drainage, nothing. Claims? Regular claims?
Somebody must have bought a truck.
What?
Okay.
You just left.
Oh,
I got a claim for pickup from Dave C.
I think it's a
Or
bigger
is that-
truck than that.
was that the big truck?
Semi?
I think
Oh,
it's
that's right. He was looking for
Did I
some.
semi?
I
He
think
was
so.
looking for a tractor, used tractor.
Your tractor.
Yes,
Yeah.
he told us that.
He's looking for,
Yeah,
no,
they usually don't buy that many new pickups.
No.
Oh, yeah, Volvo semi, dig cab.
Okay. Oh, good.
what was it?
Motion to-
34,600.
What was it?
Sure.
Volvo.
2014 Volvo
Good.
dig cab, 347,000 miles.
Okay,
Oh, that's a good one.
sounds like a respectable
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the claims, or the claim.
one. Second.
A motion and a second to approve the claim for semi for road department. Any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
All right,
Aye, opposed? Motion carried.
And every time you turn around, I gotta get paid again.
No, just payroll, again?
Yeah,
We did that last week.
I think we do it.
Okay. More often? Next week. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have enough money.
You
for
just do
that.
small checks.
Right. Take a motion to approve the payroll claims.
so moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
All right,
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. All right, Winworth Betco.
Nothing new to report this week, still working on everything from last week's report.
Sounds good. There'll be a gentleman calling you today about using Avance services possibly.
Oh, good.
So maybe score a couple.
Okay.
Get them into the county, so. But yeah, I told him to get a hold of you and you could get them on the right path of what to do, so.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Jason Petersburg.
Just quick update, the road's paved. We got it all done last week. I think they're in there this morning doing some cleanup a little bit. They'll be sealing the joints in the new paving this week, probably early this week. And then we'll be waiting Cole's gonna come back, backfill the curbs, get some fine grading done. Once that's done, the private utilities can come in. Still working on the street lighting there, and then we'll be seeding. I'll probably have them go in and seed majority of it before the utilities, just to stabilize it, and then they'll come in after the utilities and touch it up and finish.
Perfect.
Getting closer.
Good. That's good. I'll stop out there and take a peek at it.
It's looking nice.
Looking good. Yeah, looks very nice.
Yeah.
Looks like something.
It does.
While we're on this discussion, I don't know if you'll have any input or not, Jason, but you go to sell that, do you think we should go after like RFPs and just try to get rid of the whole thing?
Yes.
You know what I mean? If we don't work out a deal
Yep.
with anything else, put out RFPs and try to actually
Sure.
let investors come in and take a look at it and throw a number out. Have you ever seen anything like that, Jason, happen, do you know, or?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, we like to do things different here in Worth County, I guess, so. I'm just thinking, you know, because if we can basically go out for RFPs and see, you know, we know the number that we kind of have for it, or to break even anyways, and we do that. If we can get close to that number, then let them develop it. And
Yeah.
we just do one public hearing, we're done, we went out for proposals, saves all the realtor stuff, saves all the other public hearings.
As soon as we can get that in somebody's hands and get it on the tax rolls, the better.
Yeah, let them take it.
How would you get it out there though? That's
Well,
what I'm
that's,
wondering.
yeah, that's what we'd have to, I mean, put it out every place we could as far as our county assets or connections, but yeah, I don't know if we just have to,
It's gonna at least need to go statewide.
oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, and somehow nationally too, if we can. Consideration and thought, I mean, maybe that might work out.
Wish we could roll that into the opportunity zone somewhere. I don't know if there's any way we could contact somebody to get that, to extend that to the opportunity zone. Oh, that'd be just perfect.
It would be, but
Right.
I think that's done deal already though. The opportunity zones.
Send a letter to the president to see if he wants to get more popular. Or unpopular, whatever, I'm not sure. But
You send a letter to the president.
yeah. Just do Twitter. Twitter? Okay, tweet him. Okay, maybe I can try to.
All right, anything else for Jason?
Nope.
Okay, thanks, Jason, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Melissa, chat there.
See that. Send that to us again, will you, Melissa? That contact info.
Sure.
I'm sure I looked at it, I just don't remember when. All right, any reports?
Nope.
No reports. Payroll eligibility, salary changes, fireworks permit. Fireworks permit for Ben Tweeten.
I'll make a motion to approve the fireworks permit for Ben Tweeten.
Second.
Motion is second, another discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion will carry. All right, department head discussion. See the recorder, looks like it's all good. Got some drop boxes so they don't have to come in the office, right?
Probably not.
Get yours up. Cool, good. Good deal. Any department heads have any questions or comments?
Mark's on it.
Go ahead, Mark.
Just to let you guys know, last week they did get the outdoor warning siren installed out there by the Welcome Center. Today at 1 o'clock, if they're not busy, the dispatch should be doing some testing. So if you're out and about that area, you may hear it go off along with all the towns. First Monday of the month, remind people of that.
How far will it transmit, Mark? I mean, and how far will you go?
It's based on atmospheric conditions and whatnot, but the standard is 70 decibels at 3,000 feet away. You should be able to hear it, you know, at 70 decibels if you're outside yet. So 3,000 foot roughly, that's about where the wastewater treatment plant is from that location.
Okay.
It's about 3,000 feet roughly, give you an idea. So it covers the intended area. Got a little bit of stuff to do at the dispatch console, add some more features in there, and then it'll be 100% complete, but it's installed and operational as of right now. So that's all I had. Thanks.
Thank you. Good deal. It'd be nice.
Yes, I've only got a couple of things. Today we're having an ISAC Board of Directors meeting about the CARES Act. We're getting an update on that. If there's any relevant information, I'll pass it along to you guys. And then I am chairing one of the subcommittees for the Governor's Working Group for Connectivity. So, but that working group is going to pretty much turn in our final report at the end of August. So it's going to be a real quick one and done.
Are you gonna, I'm gonna come back in, you gonna do it right here then?
Sure. Yeah.
I can come back in
Yeah, you bet.
2:30.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right.
Dan?
Just to let you know, I have been I don't know if I want to say volunteered, but I'm waiting for an appointment from the governor. I've been recommended to be a member on the ISICS board for the state of Iowa. So it's in front of the governor right now, just waiting for her appointment to appoint me to that board of directors. So I'll let you know further when I know, but I know last week I got a call from her office and had to ask some questions and they put me in front. So that would mean one meeting a month, but I think it's really important to be on that board because of our new radio system and what's going on across the state to have our say in it. So I'm kind of happy with that, and we'll see if I get the appointment or not.
Great.
Very good.
The sheriff and I will be heading to Fillmore County. When was that, Dan? Next week?
I think so.
I think so.
17th.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So we've been asked to go over there. They're going to do an interop meeting for Minnesota and Iowa. Okay. Over east of us, and they want us to come in just to talk about why Dan has been so successful with their radio system. So
Fillmore, is that Rochester?
no, Fillmore would be Preston, Spring Valley area, just south of there. Yeah. Yep.
Rochester.
So I think we'll probably start the meeting up, and then we'll probably head out after that. So because that's on a board day, on Monday.
Okay. Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay.
The other department heads? Nope. Okay. Supervisor weekly reports. Kenny?
Yes, I did a Zoom meeting with Northwest Iowa Care Connections on Tuesday, and we're now officially part of that group. And I got a list of all the new staff directory here, and people are coming. So we have Anna Miller, she's going to take care of Cassuth, Winnebago, and Worth.
So she'll be in contact for any service for people in that area then. Because there's been that question on the in the opinion pages.
Right.
We're even worried about it. Just kind of curious.
Right. Yeah. And then I had a ISAC meeting on Wednesday at 1 o'clock, and that was legislative proposals. We went through a bunch of legislative proposals that are going to be coming up, and then another meeting is going to be held on the 26th of August.
Okay.
And I think there was another. Did you guys see the? It's on the leadership training.
Yes.
Wednesday, August 26th and 27th. So I don't know if we need to put that down, if we're all going to be on that. It's a virtual leadership training for CEU requirements. 1 to 2:30 on the 26th, and 1 to 2:30 on the 27th.
Is there a cost associated with it?
No, I don't think there's no cost.
Is that through NACO or what's that?
That's basically through ISAC and through NACO also, because the one speaker's at 10. Anyway, he's
the professor, I think.
Yeah, he's the professor out there.
with the,
Tim Rashute, Executive Director of the Professional Development Academy.
Dan just threw a chat in.
Oh, wait a minute, there is a $50 registration.
Thought there was.
Yep. Yeah, there's a $50 fee.
Dan just threw a chat in there, said he's meeting with that Anna at 10:30 on Thursday. Go over mental health forms and services, so
Okay,
so they can be on the same page, I guess, to get all the contact info for whatever they would run into.
all right.
hey, Dan?
Yes.
If you, when you talk to her, if you just want to let her know if there's anything we need to place on our website going forward, just have her contact me, please.
All right, yeah, because she's coming to meet with me in the jail admin about our inmates and that, so I will try and remember.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Anything else, Ken?
Nope.
Sir, Mark?
I didn't really have anything this week. I had that shared liability agreement into Jeff there. Jeff got back on vacation and looked at it and said everything looked okay with him. So, and it was just basically we had a cutoff date of as tomorrow, I guess, if we had wanted any changes in it. And I didn't see anything, I know, as long as Jeff's okay with it. We'll probably move ahead with that. I'm assuming I'll probably be on next week's agenda, or when we talk anyway. If any of the other 20 county attorneys want changes or whatever, then that'll be discussed then at that point before, I think eventually it will have to come back to us to approve it.
I'm sure, yeah.
Work by county, so I didn't have that. The only other thing, the question was, the private individual that came in with the drainage, do we
Yeah.
need to get that on for
I was gonna put
discussion?
it, yeah, I was gonna put it on next week.
Some kind of meeting with them probably to
Yeah.
make sure they're all okay, so we move ahead with it. I hope.
Well, and has Hudson seen the stuff? Should I forward it on to him?
Probably
or
would forward it on
out?
to him. They have talked.
Yeah,
You know how it is.
I know there's a letter from him and
Yeah.
everything, so looks like a decent.
Yeah, they got some stuff there at
Yeah.
least, so we got a starting point. I mean, as long as they're all okay with going ahead with it, then we're probably gonna have to get the engineer involved,
Okay.
get it classified or reclassified or whatever.
I am curious what Hudson will think about 2 bridge crossings for the landowners.
Oh.
If that needs to still happen or if something
Well.
needs to be dealt with there
Then they're addressed in there as, I mean, they must have,
in the
They're
initial.
spelled out in there. That
Just
they're-
further agreed that the group will provide for 2 bridge crossings for the landowners who need access to the land across the ditch. So does that mean just initially, or does it mean we'll maintain them too,
I
or
mean,
so
it'll
that'll be,
still be there, it'll basically be identical to what they have there as far as it's gonna be a lateral. I think it's, if I looked right, it's like in DD 72, I think.
yeah, I thought it was close to something
So it
else.
should be able to be incorporated into a district. It's just gonna be a lateral. So that whole district may need to be reclassified down there.
Well, then they gotta be an agreement too, that they'll take care of the bridge crossings.
Right,
that's
that'll
what I
have to be
was told.
spelled out and, I
I
mean,
mean,
that
they
could
have to spell it out in there
Going forward,
going forward.
right. It's just that we will be in charge of the district versus them that way.
Right, but still,
that's just the one thing that popped out. to
Yeah,
me.
okay.
because we don't do private crossings.
That's why we have to get legal. I mean,
Yeah.
which
I
if they
understand.
chose to in their district, I mean, their lateral, I suppose they could
Well,
still
it
do
stays
it.
lateral and they just get billed for anything to those crossings.
Yeah.
They wouldn't go out of that lateral to get billing. I mean, it would
Right.
still be, we would just have the say on it.
But the other landowners might get tired of paying for it too. If it
Well,
has to
that's-
get
So it'll
redone.
all change.
This will
when
be
that
this
generation
will be their
comes through,
chance to,
you know?
form a district and
Yeah, their decisions, huh?
their decision.
Their decisions, yeah.
Well, otherwise, it will be enforcing it the way the code is, as of today, so.
Yeah.
But they want us to take it over, so.
I'll put it on the agenda
Okay.
next week that you're gonna accept the
Yes.
petition and I'll
Okay.
get it to Hudson and.
Yes, Jim,
Yep.
let him, that'll
Give
just be
his
something
legal
he can
opinion.
answer what the best solution would be.
So that's all I had.
I had, North Iowa Regional Housing. Still got a lot of vacancies, up to like 13 now. I don't know what the deal is. There's, it's real weird, they couldn't evict for so long, and I don't think they still can evict, I guess, I'm not sure. But people have moved on, and now they're not getting people to come and go after these apartments, so
Okay.
they got them scattered out across the region anyways, about 13 of them, and so some they've been remodeling, some they just have been remodeled, just sit empty, trying to.
So like Can that be used, like, we were talking about that person, maybe the Avance person, with
You
a
know-
couple employees who come in for a while, could be used for that for a short period of time or
I
whatever,
have to talk to Justin. Actually, it's a good idea because it's,
until they're established?
yeah. You know, I'm sure there's a number on rent. They just might not get the HUD or the state
Sure.
assistance type, but I don't know if there's a reason why we couldn't, but I could talk to Justin about that and see if,
Seems like a
Phil-
good starting point for
yeah,
something like
at
that.
least get them here in
Yeah.
6 months if they decide to
Be in
you know.
society and or want a house or whatever. Then they
own
can
their own, yeah.
give them
Might not
6
be a
months
bad
to look
idea.
for a home
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah,
or a
I'll
year.
have to talk to Justin. I will talk to Justin on that, just see, be a
Okay.
good starting point, and
Yeah.
if I get somebody in there for 6 months to a year, better than sitting empty,
I
so.
don't think so.
True.
But other than that, going good. They're just constantly getting updates and change with the state and the FEMA or federal government on how their monies are working, but everything's still coming and going pretty decent, so.
Mhm.
And then we had a Port Authority meeting on Thursday. Not a lot going on there. You guys already know we did get our $61,000 reimbursement back from the state.
Yep.
We got it. Mitchell County got theirs back. So all the money we put in for that study has been returned, and we've still got some credit left with the state. We got to use up by 2022. So we're trying to figure out what our next study would be, whether we
Okay.
try to get into certified, see if we can get into using it for certified site study or whatever else, but so we're gonna meet again in October.
If we had to be a certified site, you have to have water and sewer and
Yep.
and gas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And Melissa's talked with Alliant on possibly trying to get the Manly Logistics Park certified, and they're willing to help with some of the costs on that too, I guess, so.
Good.
There has been some discussion on that, I guess, so,
Now, is that up to 250?
yeah, up to 250, so we've still got like 127,000 or something to use.
Because we had paid money before the July 1 or whatever, so we didn't get it all back, but
On the. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
because there was a
Yeah.
deadline before.
yeah,
So
it
there was
only
some,
started
yeah, there was
July
some
1.
money
You know,
that was,
but it's nice to know.
early on, but yeah, we got a good
Nice to know,
majority
yeah,
of it
that's
back.
good.
And then like say anything going forward that would, be a study or be a, looking into that stuff, we can get reimbursed back from the state through 2022, so.
Okay. Gives you time.
Yeah, so it's a good thing. And then I did talk to Joe Myrie a little bit about if we sold this out here.
Sure.
Basically, that money would all go right back to pay down our debt
Perfect.
for that. And then if we wanted to look into getting that water tower hooked up at some point or do something like that, we're still able to use tip dollars from that district,
Right.
from that area, because that money has gone back. So he said he talked to Bob Johnson a little bit about that. So if that did get, that's what I'm thinking, if it did get sold as a whole, you know, we could look at another project of
Right.
getting something going out to that water tower, that area.
Yeah.
And using the same, you're doing it the same way basically, but when it's all said and done, it would be ours, the county's, and just be part of our utility out there. So then maybe we can look at selling that. What about utility company?
I'll look at the prospectus. How's that sound, AJ?
So yeah, that'd be a good thing, I think, but
Absolutely.
otherwise, that's about it.
Is it possible that someday we could get with the city of Northwood and look at possibly help? They could either take over our sewer plant out here, work with something, and I mean, just
Do it
meet with the city
sometime.
council and talk about it?
See if you want to buy it.
Whether way, yeah, buy it or whatever, no. I mean, but we should be working together as far as the county, schools, everything else with resources we have. And not each of us be on our own. I mean, it'd be very beneficial, I think, to both the city and us
Put some kind of joint shared, especially employee
So, yeah,
rights for
get-
those kind of services, yeah.
to be able to get a joint agreement together or to look at the possibility of doing it. Maybe we could set up a meeting sometime with the
City, cities.
city council one night.
Yeah, we could try them. I just don't like to see it get sold. I don't know if anybody's ever in the market for that kind of
Well,
stuff.
I
or
understand.
not.
I agree with you there. I
That'd be
mean,
great, and then you would just,
but I mean, it's still, we could be able to look at possibility.
Right. Yep. Buy a development and you get a wastewater plant for free.
Yep.
Shouldn't say that too loud. Phone will be ringing now, right?
Yeah, maybe.
So,
Maybe, maybe not.
Got a coupon for that?
Yeah.
We can make one.
Anything needs to go on the agenda other than the possibility of that one?
I wonder too, on the agenda here, if we could get a hold of Sandy and take that off the WHW County Board.
So they're gonna, we have to, is that not gonna be no longer a thing, or are we gonna? have to
Well, I'm
disband
not
it?
sure. I mean, that's since we're all kind of, I'm not sure, but I mean, we could contact Sandy and ask her.
It'd still be WW anyway.
Should be WW, but we're with Northwest Iowa Care.
Hancock will not be, they're staying.
Actually, I think that
But
there
you
was,
guys have an agreement between the three of you for Sandy.
right,
Yeah,
that's,
we'd have to
yeah, okay.
So we need
terminate
to
that.
Terminate that, don't we?
Yeah, but anyway, there's Humboldt County and Pocahontas County was at the Northwest Care too, if they were online. So they're looking at, with county social services, getting that split up or whatever.
Okay.
And that, it was 19-1, I heard, or that Bob Lincoln tried to pass another deal down there from Blackhawk County.
Okay.
He already got $1 million for this facility, and he wanted maintain it was another $500,000 a year. And I've got it all printed out. It's kind of a mess, but anyway, the board just finally went against his wishes.
shut it down, huh?
Yeah, they shut it down.
It's about time they kind of woke up and realized things weren't
Well, I know,
getting a little out of hand.
it was got out, completely out of hand. Yeah. It was not good. So.
Okay.
That happened here last week. It was called ELIV Senior Living, and it's a mobile crisis deal anyway. That's where he went to work for them,
Oh,
and he got a grant, to help him out from over $1 million. He did this before he left the job,
right.
$1 million over there to help them out, and then he wanted to come back and wanted this mobile crisis grant. He wanted another $500,000 a year.
Oh.
Anyway, they got a conflict of interest with going with him on that area. So
So are we totally
We're-
severed?
we're-
We're severed from them?
we're
done?
severed. We don't have our money.
Yeah,
Okay, we don't have our money.
that's what I
We
was
don't-
gonna say.
We don't have our
When's that
money.
supposed to be?
Yeah, when will that, do you know?
Mostly by January 1.
Yeah, it's supposed to be paid by the end of the year, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah, because
End
I'll
of
have
the
to shake
calendar.
through,
Calendar.
I'll probably have to shake through the audit and stuff like that to be able to.
I would imagine. Well, good.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
On to hopefully better things
Yep, we're
for
on
the
better
people, and for
Yeah.
our finances.
for our finances and people in the financials. At least we can spend it here in our county and not in Waterloo.
I hope so, if we need it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, nothing else, then I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion second, all in favor, aye?
All right.
Uh,
Opposed? Meeting's adjourned, thank you, everybody.
Meeting is ended.